All right, Eric's going to begin doing the decal on our alternate helmets. Maybe one of the toughest decals out there to do. We were actually told to paint this helmet, but for various reasons we chose to decal it. Just take some time to get the reference points. Eric's got a system down here and he's got reference points to get that helmet, get the decal straight on the helmet. And the difference with this and our normal decal setup is that this decal, when seen from behind, has got to be symmetrical. Both sides have to match up because they both come to a point. So once he gets one, it's easy for him to get the first side down. That second side's got to be matched up to it. We're getting it down. Once Eric's got it figured out and the reference points are squared away, we can get it down to less than 15 minutes per helmet to do. Our other helmet might take a minute and a half for Eric to do. So this it's just a very labor intensive piece to put on because there's so much to match down and so much to adhere to the helmets. We're going to do 124 right now. We're up to, we've got 72 done. It's just a different mentality for us to do with this helmet. We're going to have to transport things differently. Normally we put the helmets in a player's bag. Tonight we're not going to be able to do that. When we haul the stuff across the street, we're going to have to take these out and haul them separately. They're just going to need a little more care than the other helmets do. There's not a lot of surface tension on this helmet, on the decals. So we just got to be a little more gentle with them. Knowing if it gets torn off in the course of the game, we'll simply replace it and put another one on for future use. But it's just different than what we normally do. It's a little thicker millimeter. It's about a 15 mil plastic over the decal. So it'll hold up to a little more wear and tear. But we really liked the contrast of this helmet, the gloss decal against that flat matte paint job, and we chose to keep any kind of binding plastic, if you will, out of it. So we could have put some, where you see the whiskers of the decal, we could have connected that all with some clear decal material that would have held it down, would have stayed on better, but it wouldn't have given us the same look, the same aesthetic that we got off of this helmet. It took a few hours, I think, to get the reference point right and just to figure out how to lay it down. We actually had to put a mask on top of it, that clear sheet Eric peels off the top, just to help us apply it. The original thought process that has been very successful for Nike and for the teams that have used it has been an alternate, the theory of an alternate helmet. So let's do a one-game departure, something that's different than what you do, that's different than your brand, while still incorporating elements of your brand. So this tiger head, this is our normal tiger head. We incorporate an oval around it on our normal home and away helmet, but this kind of allows us a one-game escape, if you will, or however many times we choose to use it, something different. And this is absolutely going to go, I think the recruits are going to go nuts with this. They're going to love this look. It's a little out there for Missouri, a little flashy for us, but it's us putting a new mark in a new area. You know, now that we're in the SEC, we're going after new regions of the country, new places, the southeast part of the country that we really haven't gone to before. Now they're going to see this helmet and they're going to know that's Mizzou. Did you see what Missouri wore last week? And that's kind of the goal of it. But a lot of it is the kids are talking about what gets worn on Saturdays. They want to see that. And a lot of this as well is about recruiting. So the original recommendation for this helmet was to paint this down. It's a very tough decal, tough to lay. Other teams have attempted it, but they've not really done this decal on both sides of the helmet. They've only done it on one side of the helmet. That way you don't have to match it up. You don't have to be symmetrical. Well, we just, for the economics of it, we really didn't think we could spend, you know, close to $500 per helmet for a paint job that could be dinged up or dented up after the game and need to be done again at another expensive cost. So we chose to decal these, and I think other than Eric's time and labor, that decal cost is about $12 for us. So it's costing us a ton in labor, but it's a lot less than it would be to paint it. And we really like the look of this, the aesthetic it gives us, and if we have to redo them again, it'll still be worth it. If we chose to wear it again, the interior guys, the linemen, you know, the other type of the guys that are taking all the banging up front, we might very well have to redo and maybe have to repaint that matte shell. Like a car, you know, the better the paint job, the more gloss, the more wax you can get on there, you can kind of deflect blows. And that paint will take a lot of them. Well, by choosing to do a matte paint job with this, it definitely is going to take more blows and show more wear and tear than it will had it been our normal gloss helmet. It won't clean up as easy. Again, it was kind of an alternate for us, an extension of something we don't normally do. We don't put that player's numbers out there. This is one of the things our players really like on this helmet, is that they get to showcase their number and put it out there. Look at number 10, a little throwback for Chase Daniel right here. And there it is.